Hey mate, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Good. You ready to do the 30 under 35?
I am, yes.
Cool, let's do this. What song are you playing on repeat right now?
Hurts Me by Tory Lanez has been, I'm one of those people that just puts a song on repeat like 6 times the whole way home, so yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are the top 3 most used emojis?
Thumbs up is by far the most used, and then a couple of smiley faces after that, I think.
So good.
Morning.
When did you know you were going to get into real estate?
Pretty much from the first day as an associate. I did open homes first, and I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. Yeah.
Great. Tell me about your first listing.
Everyone always remembers their first listing. It was just a pretty typical humble home in North Lakes, which was cool, but for me it was exciting. So that's all that mattered to me at the time. I think we drove past my partner the signboard like 4 or 5 times, so everyone probably thought they had lots of buyers, but it was just me.
So good. If you could spend a day with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Probably Daniel Ricciardo. I think if anyone follows Formula One, he seems pretty exciting. So I think that'd be a day well spent.
Awesome. What's your favourite podcast?
I'm not a podcast guy. If I'm driving or going somewhere, if I'm listening to something, it's music. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favourite hobby?
Driving. Absolutely. Driving, racing. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. What sets you apart from your competition?
Longer hours and more effort, I think. I hope. But, yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Do you have a secret weapon for success? And if so, what is it?
Longer hours and more effort, I think. That's you can't go wrong with those two.
What are you reading right now?
I know I should read more, but I don't read. I used to, so unfortunately, nothing at the moment. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what excites you most about real estate?
Connecting people. Like it's a big milestone. Like we do it every day, so we get used to it. But a lot of people don't buy or sell homes, once a decade maybe. So it's pretty cool to be a part of that.
Beautiful. What's one piece of advice you'd give your 15-year-old self?
15, do better at school. Yeah, try harder. Do more sports, try more things probably is probably the main thing. Yeah.
And what's your favourite way to relax?
Bella and I in the car drive to the coffee shop on a Sunday morning after a big day of opens. That's the best relaxation for us. Yeah. Yep.
You're our youngest ever Chairman Elite performer. If there was a young, inspiring agent, what's the most useful piece of advice you could give?
Sound like a broken record, but more hours. That'll do the trick. Yeah.
Who would play you in a movie?
Don't look as good at him, but probably Ryan Reynolds if I looked a little better. Yeah.
So good. And whose career inspires you?
I think anyone that does any kind of volume would have to be inspired by what Josh Tesolin's doing. I mean, that's pretty cool. So yeah, definitely.
Great.
Yep.
And where's the next place you're travelling to?
I've been booked in on a cruise over Christmas, 11 days. I don't know where it's going, but I'm going to pack my bag and we'll drive there and get on it and see where it goes.
If you had any superpower, what would it be?
I think real estate would have to be mind reading. I think anything else would be pretty useless, and maybe other than teleporting. Yeah.
Great. What's the place in your area that you love to visit when you need a break?
Dayber is probably the place that's where the coffee shop drives are in the morning. It's quiet. We enjoy it there. So yeah.
So good. And what's been your favourite moment in your career so far?
I had a little cottage for sale in North Lakes back when we pretty much when I first started, probably my 5th listing or something like that, and had the buyer in tears because she bought the home, and the seller was in tears because the price was so good. So it was cool to see. It was just both sides in tears. It was of happiness, obviously. It was awesome. Yeah.
So good. What system or apps do you use to help get your job done?
We keep it pretty simple: calendar, Gmail, phone, messages. Simple.
What's your most recent TV binge?
About halfway through Top Boy at the moment, but probably not halfway. I think you do that thing where you think you're halfway and then you're like one episode from the end, and then you kick yourself when you get there. So yeah, I think I'm somewhere there.
And do you prefer text, call or email?
Call. So much more time on a call. Yeah.
Beautiful. And where do you get your news from?
The office, really. The gossip, secondhand gossip. I don't really listen to the news. Yeah.
And how many Nurture Cloud calls do you make every day?
Not enough. Yeah, you never make enough, so yeah.
Good answer. What car would you love to drive?
For all the Porsche nuts out there, it'd probably agree with me, a 918 Spyder would be pretty cool to drive. Yeah.
Perfect. And what's one thing you would love to master?
Real estate. Still a lot to learn in real estate, so nowhere near there yet.
Perfect. And what would your last meal be?
Humble bowl of spaghetti bolognese with some parmesan, I think that'd do me well.
And finally, what's been your biggest career learning?
That if you put the work in now, it won't deliver now, but in 6 months' time, you'll be standing there with lots of stuff happening, and it'll be because of what you did months and months ago. I think that was probably the biggest learning. Yeah.
Perfect, mate. Thanks for doing 30 under 35.
That's right.
I'm sure you'll have a ripper day.
Thank you very much. You too.